Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and today I am doing part of a series that I think I've been doing for the past 2 years, but I am reflecting back on my purchases for quarter 4 of last year. So I keep really detailed spreadsheets of the items that come into my beauty collection, and I am basically going to go like quick fire through the things because I have 3 bins plus a stack of palettes that I purchased at the end of last year. Actually, 2 of these bins are empties. So I will go through what I've used up, if I've repurchased, kind of like I said, a mini review on some of these, and we will be looking at how I feel about these products 1 year later. So let me get all my stuff organized. Let me get a sip of coffee, and then we will go ahead and get into my reflecting on my purchases for quarter 4 of 2023. All right, so I just did a quick count on my spreadsheet, and it looks like I bought 50 items in the last quarter of last year. Now, many of them were multiple purchases just because I was restocking for the year during November Black Friday time, but we do have 50 items. So I will definitely have to see how many of these I have gotten through. Now, if any of you end up noticing, which probably none of you will notice unless I'm pointing it out, but my sty is back. So my under eye under this eye is very puffy and it is not happy with me. I was actually just commenting back to somebody like yesterday or the day before, like, oh, I've been better about wearing my glasses, and I don't want to have that sty back. Well, guess what? I woke up this morning and my eye was not happy with me. So we will have to see what I can do for my eye. So if you guys see some puffiness under there, I am fine. I just spend way too much time on screens. But let me go up to, so we're looking at items that I purchased in October, November, and December of last year. So the first item here, I still actually do have this one because I ended up marking it. But this is the Paula's Choice Resist Daily Wrinkle Defense SPF 30. And I have number 5 on my spreadsheet, and I have number 5 on the back of the tube. So this one is almost an empty. I feel like if I'm consistent with using this through the end of the year, this will be an empty as well. But this is one of my holy grail sunscreens. I have kind of started purchasing more K-Beauty sunscreens. Number 1, because they're cheaper, but also they have a higher SPF. And so while I do really like this one and I do recommend this one, especially for oily skin, it does dry down to a nice matte finish. This is a wonderful, wonderful sunscreen. I don't know. So don't ever buy Paula's Choice from Sephora if you can help it, because Paula's Choice is always running sales on their website. So I always say never, ever, ever buy Paula's Choice on Sephora. But let me make some noise in my bins. But the other thing that came in that Paula's Choice order was one of the weightless body treatments, and this is the 2% BHA. This did come as a free gift with that purchase, but this one is also an empty. I have repurchased this one. I have a full size that is open. I have a travel size, and then I have another full size. These are on clearance at my Marshalls right now, and I almost picked up a few more, but I don't want to have like 5 of these in back stock, even if they are on sale or like on clearance for like $8 at my Marshalls. I don't need a huge back stock of these, but I really do like this. I use this for my KP on my arms. So really good moisturizer with a BHA in it as well. Let's move on to this one here. So the next purchase that I made was from Ulta, and I know it's from Ulta because it has a Good Molecules product in it. So this is the Vitamin C Booster Powder. Mine is empty because I do mix this in with my daytime serum. And actually that serum should be gone in the next couple days. So technically this will be an empty for December as well. I pay attention to this because I really want to try to get through as many of my products as I can within the year, so I'm not keeping the back stocks. So I am going a different route with my vitamin C, and I'm actually waiting for my new product to come in through Amazon. But I'm trying something different just because I feel like when I mix this in with my daytime serums, I feel like the vitamin C does kind of turn by the time that I'm at the end of my like jar of serum. And so I do want to get a separate vitamin C product and try that out just for more evening out of my skin, because I do have a very uneven skin tone. But if you want a relatively inexpensive way to get vitamin C, this powder is awesome. But again, if I would recommend, like, and this is what I didn't want to do because I'm super lazy in the morning, but every morning open it up, take the little scooper, get a scoop out, mix it in with, you know, whatever serum or moisturizer and put it on that way. And don't necessarily mix in a whole bunch at the very beginning. But I also picked up, because this was during brow day, so I picked up, like I said, I have bins and bins in front of me, but I picked up one of my ABH Perfect Brow Gels, no, ABH Perfect Brow Pencils, and then I also picked up the Benefit, this is the Gimme Brow Volumizing Pencil, and so you guys saw this one in my 24 and 2024. It is late in the evening. I'm filming this now because my husband is out of the house for the next couple hours, so I figured I'd sit down and film, but my mouth is not wanting to work. So you guys saw this in my 24 and 2024, and this is rolling into, I think, my 25 and 2025, because this pencil will take almost a year to use up. Amazing bang for your buck. So love, love, love these pencils. So that one was from Ulta. So basically this was during brow day. So I ended up picking up the 2 brow pencils from Ulta, and then Sephora had the brow gels on sale. So my holy grail brow gel is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I did buy 2 of these last October, and I went through both of them this past year. And then I did pick up 3 more of those because 2 of them doesn't quite get me to a year, so I figured I'd pick up 3, so that will get me to the entire rest of the year. But I always pick these up during brow day because they are 50% off during that time. But the next one is a palette, so let me grab this without dropping everything else on the floor. And I totally did not plan this, but this is actually the palette that I'm wearing on my eyes today, and I picked up the Glaminatrix Rich Romantic palette. This is currently in my No Pan Left Behind, so obviously I used the greens, and then I used this shade here on my lid. So beautiful palette. I think I've given enough reviews about this, but if this is the first time you're tuning in, or if you haven't heard it before, my only complaint about this palette is that a lot of the special shades have a green shift, so they end up with a similar shift to them, which I don't think that makes this palette that versatile. But otherwise, I mean, I love the color story because I love pinks, purples, and greens together. I just wish that we had a little bit more interesting shifts in these special shades in the center there. But overall, really great quality. And like I said, I just put this on my eyes right now, so the mattes are pigmented. They blend out very nicely. The shimmers are very creamy. So if there's a color story that you like and like the shifts that you like in a palette, I would recommend Glaminatrix. Since they are a Aussie brand, and I'm in the US, it did take about a month for that palette to get to me, and mainly because it sat at the Australian airport for about 2 weeks, getting ready to get shipped out. So just, I had to manage my expectations because I've ordered from Lethal, which they're, I think, in Germany, and I've ordered from Cosmic Beauty, which they're in the UK. So I've ordered from brands that are not US based, and you get your products really quick, like within a week or so. So I was a little confused on why it took a month and why it sat at the airport that long. But apparently my palette was taking an Aussie vacation that I cannot afford. We'll put it that way. But the next item that I did purchase, because last year, and this has to be around the time that I went to the dermatologist last year and that means I need to make my appointment to go see my dermatologist again because she actually cut 2 things off of me while I was doing my skin checks. Everything came back good, but there was 2 spots on me that she cut out that she wanted to see. But I did pick up the Differin gel. I talked to her about using a retinol or like a tretinoin, and she said, start with this and see what you think. I repurchased this, so I am going through another tube of this, but I don't feel like, I feel like this is too weak for what my skin needs. I've been having a lot of issues with texture, and of course I have my hormonal acne, so I think that for somebody maybe I have sensitive skin, but then also I don't. So it's sensitive to certain things, and I think it's more environmental things. I'm not necessarily sensitive to actives, which is so weird, but I don't feel like this is strong enough. So I do want to make a follow-up appointment with my dermatologist so that at least I can tell her, hey, I went through 2 tubes of this. It wasn't doing what I wanted. Like, my skin still is having a lot of texture issues. So maybe I can talk to her about starting on the like lowest dose of like a tretinoin, but I do want to talk to her about that. But I picked this one up at Walmart, and then my next one I picked up when it was on sale at Ulta, because this is still a $30 tube of product. So I almost want her to prescribe me something anyway, because then I can get the prescription for $10 versus buying this over the counter for $30. So, you know, I'm all about my budget, and I'm all about watching my pennies. Speaking of my prescriptions, so at that dermatology appointment, she recommended, actually I asked for a refill of this because I went through a tube of this, but this is the 15% of the alizac acid. I think I'm getting better at saying that. Usually that is a word that I cannot say. My mouth does not like the A and the Z together, but this is prescription strength. So you can only get 10% over the counter, anything above that. But this really does help when I have like the under the skin hormonal cystic acne. This helps dry it out and kind of bring it to the surface. So I love this stuff, but obviously like I haven't gone through a whole lot of this because you don't need a whole lot. And so I still love this. But again, this was $10 with my copay versus $30 over the counter. So I'm going to be asking for a prescription for sure. The next item that I picked up, this was from a TJ Maxx purchase. And so I picked up a Pat McGrath palette, the iconic Infatuation palette, and that one was garbage. So I loved those palettes. Like, I was lusting after it, and those were on my wish list. And then I picked it up at a TJ Maxx, and the mattes were, basically there was 3 brown shades, but they all blended out to be the same thing. Like, the darkest one was not pigmented at all. All the shimmers were a beautiful formula that we expect from Pat McGrath, but the mattes, I was like, what's the point of having 3 mattes that blend out to the same thing? Like, you can't create any depth with this palette. So I actually did gift that palette to my niece for Christmas, just for her to play with, because she's 10. So, of course, my brother was like, why does she need makeup? And I'm like, you told me that she plays with makeup. That's why I got her makeup. Otherwise, I wouldn't assume to give a child makeup without checking with their parents. So, bless my brother for that. That one was a declutter. The next item that I picked up was one of the Laneige lip sleeving masks, and this is in Gummy Bear, and I did empty this one out this year, so this one is gone. I'm currently using the watermelon one that I picked up this summer when they released that special flavor, and actually what I end up doing, and I did this with my watermelon one as well, is I split the Laneige like down the middle and I empty it into 2 separate containers, and then I fill up the rest with Aquaphor, mix it together, melt it back down together. So I actually get double the product, plus I get the qualities of the Aquaphor in with my lip mask. So again, I do this for myself. You guys don't have to mess with your products if you don't want to, but actually my husband's lips are really, really chapped right now, and I gave him my Aquaphor to use, and like the next morning he's like, oh my God, my lips feel better, and I was like, just slather it on yourself and then go to bed, which I need to send a message to It's Just Steph, but I know she watches my videos. So Steph, if you're watching, you were talking about slugging because you started using tretinoin, I think. And Vaseline is great. But go get yourself a big tub of Aquaphor. And that's what I've been slugging with. And because again, my skin, I finally turned on the heater. I finally caved because it's been like 29 degrees at night here, which is insane for Florida. But I've been slugging with Aquaphor, and I feel like that has actually helped my texture more than retinol has. Explain that to me. But now slugging with dogs is fun because you end up with everything stuck to your face. It's like a fly trap at that point. But Steph, when you are done with your Vaseline, or if you want to try something different than Vaseline, go out and get the big tub of Aquaphor and start slugging with that. That is my tip and trick. What's up, dude? That's Mr. Malcolm. You going somewhere? Yeah? You put your face up? Mr. Mal? Mr. Mal? This gentleman gave me a huge scare the other night, and you made Mama cry because she thought you were done for. He had a bad night, I think Wednesday night, and it scared the crap out of me. But on Thursday, I went and got you Chick-fil-A, and he ate a bunch of nuggets, and he's bounced right back. So I don't know if this is his ploy to get more and more chicken nuggets. I don't know. What's up, dude? What's up? I know you got stinky breath. You got stinks. Stinks. And then Wash is jealous, so he's behind me. But the show must go on. So speaking of cosmic brushes / cosmic beauty, I did end up purchasing the Gothic palette. And he's still down here, and Wash is still back there. But the Gothic palette, this one is beautiful. It is this beautiful purple color story. I did just end up using this one in my No Pan Left Behind in October, so this one is checked off my list, but I do love this. Beautiful quality. The Undergrowth palette is still on my watch list. I don't think I'm going to be purchasing anything for the rest of the year because I think my budget is just shot. And I had my husband buy me the Ensley Rain palette for Christmas, so I think that after the first of the year, if I still want the Undergrowth palette, I will go ahead and use my budget for 2025 to purchase that palette. But I do love the formula, and again, the price is right, the shipping is wonderful, beautiful palettes. The next one that I purchased was the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer, and I do have a new one back there that I'm currently using, but the one that I purchased last year is this one that is empty. So this one is all gone. This one is in R2, and I ended up purchasing R4. So R4, again, is a little bit darker, but it is more of a skin tone match for me versus this R2 is more lightening. So under my eyes, I thought that R2 was too light. But on my face, R2 was good. But I am not the type of person to keep two different color concealers to do two different things. So I'm okay using R4 on my face as more as a skin tone match. And then I use my Bobbi Brown corrector for brightening under my under eyes. But love this formula. It's very creamy. So I actually really like that because I feel like it sticks. Like, I need a concealer that is going to cover and it's going to stick because my under eyes, what was it? I saw a TikTok or an Instagram reel because I don't have TikTok. I saw an Instagram reel, somebody talking about the dark circles under their eyes was more related to allergies, and people with allergies have worse dark circles. And I'm like, well, that's me because I'm allergic to the world. You know, I take 2 pills a day and I did shots for 3 years, but I'm still allergic to stuff. So all the congestion and all the inflammation that I have in my sinuses, apparently somehow that messes with your under eyes. So I guess I'm just cursed with it for the rest of my life. So I do love that concealer. And actually this one in R2, I ended up getting it for free because I had enough points on the Natasha Denona website that I ended up getting this concealer for free. So that was always fun, getting things for free. The next purchase that I made was my 2 e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid filters. And of course I got the one in shade 1, and then I got the one in shade 6, which is tan. This one I use to mix into, so during the summertime, I use this to bronze up my chest and my neck, and I also use this to bronze up my arms if I'm wearing like a sleeveless shirt. But I have been currently mixing this in with my foundation to make it slightly darker because my Estee Lauder foundation is a little bit light for me. And then of course this one I mix in with my foundation every single day. So these were my two that I picked up. This one better be an empty by the end of the year. I was waiting to film this video before I decanted everything, so I need to see how much product is actually left in here. But you guys, if you caught my project pan, I mean, we're all the way down to here, so we're scraping the bottom of this one. So usually it takes me a year to go through these, so I knew I was going to get through this one. Of course, I use less of the tan ones, so we went through about half in a year, but that just means that I have another half to use next year. Great, great product. The next item that I picked up, and we're still in October, people. Apparently, I wanted to shop last year, but it was the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is currently in my deck of panning, and I think I have my like 30 use goal on it, but look at how big this pan is. Beautiful, beautiful. I use this as like a touching up powder. I also kind of use this as a finishing powder because I used it today with my look. I felt like I went a little bit heavy with my blush, so I took my Duo Fiber brush, kind of swirled it in here, and then I buffed out my blush, and it does beautiful for kind of like buffing everything together. Plus, again, it keeps you matte. So I usually do touch up and kind of blot with this powder. So it lives in that drawer by my desk, but I do love that one. I've gone through lots of those. Another constant repurchase and almost an empty is my Verb Ghost Oil Hair Oil. If you guys can see, I have the littlest amount left in there. Like I think like 2 more hair washes and this will be done. So this will be an empty by the end of the year. I already did repurchase the jumbo of this during the last Sephora sale. Then I also got another Verb hair oil in my last FabFitFun. So I am set on hair oils, but this is like the second or third one that I've gone through. And so I do love this hair oil. Let's see. Let me pull a couple things out of here because these all went together, and maybe one other thing that I don't have. Let me pull the one that I do have in my thing, but I'll basically say, hey, it was one of these. So I picked up a set from Innisfree during the Sephora sale last year. And so typically in that kit, you get a cleanser. So this is their cream cleanser. I love this stuff. I did use this one up since last year. I have another one that I'm using right now, and I did pick that up, I think, at a Marshall's. I can typically find those on sale. And that kit also comes with one of the green tea seed hyaluronic serums. This is my base serum that I use for my daytime concoction that I make. I am almost done with this one. There's so little left in there, if you guys can see it right there in the corner. So it came with one of these, so this will be gone. And then it comes with 2 minis of their green tea hyaluronic acid cream and then their hyaluronic acid toner. So I used both of these up very, very quickly. I love the Innisfree green tea line so much. It is such a beautiful line and it does wonders for my skin. So I always like picking up that set. Usually, like I said, I can find some Innisfree products at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So I've been kind of like accumulating some other stuff as I see it. So I did not need to pick up this kit this year. But the next item that I picked up on that Sephora order was the Sephora pencil sharpener. So this thing right here, it has the small hole and the big hole. So I actually feel like this sharpener is getting a little bit dull, and so I feel like I need to be picking up another sharpener soon, but not yet. Don't need one yet. And then the last item that I picked up in that Sephora order was the gloss in Busy. So this is the Sephora gloss. You guys just saw this in my project pan that I emptied this one. This was in my 24 and 2024. So this was another goal met to finish this gloss this year. And I just got a notification that Ruth just posted another video. She's doing Vlogmas right now. I will link her down below. She is, okay, So I wanted to do a shout out to Ruth anyway in one of my upcoming videos because she is almost to 1,000 subscribers. So the last time that I did one of these shout outs for Amy, you guys rocked it and you guys got her to her next goal. But Ruth is so close to 1,000. So I'm going to post Ruth's link down below, so go check her out. She is fabulous. Like, not only is she doing Vlogmas, but she's on a conscious consumerism journey. She's on a panning journey, and she is just the sweetest thing, and I love listening to her. And she's Irish. Oh my God, if she's Scottish, I swear to God, she's going to kill me. But I believe she's Irish. And just her voice, I could listen to her talk forever. Like, if I could have a dream, like, person in my life just to talk me through hard times, it would be her just talking. Like, it is amazing. I love putting on her videos in the morning because she's just such a, like, fun and calming person to kind of wake up to in the morning. So I absolutely love Ruth. I'm going to post her stuff down below. I'm going to encourage you guys, like, if you like whatever I'm doing, go check her out as well. And let's see if we can get her to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Because actually, last year, I was like on my way to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2023, and you guys helped me reach that goal. And look at how much my channel has grown over 2024. So like I said, I'm amazed that there's this many people that want to hang out with me in my corner of the internet. So if you guys did that for me last year, then let's go do it for Ruth this year. So I will definitely have her link down below. So check her out. But with that, that wraps up our products for October of last year. Now let's roll into November. And this should get a little bit better because this is where I'm purchasing multiples of things. So the first thing that I ended up picking up was my Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. I picked up 3 of these last year. Usually they do like a half off sale, but they didn't do that this year. They had like 30% off the entire site, and I picked up more of these this year. You'll see this in my buys and buys. That is my next video going up on the 14th. But I only picked up 2 because I still do have this much of this one, and then I have a full one in my drawer. So I will have enough setting spray for next year, but they did not have them 30 or 50% off, which makes me very, very sad. But love this. Love the coconut one. I've tried a couple other scents from them, and those other scents smelt very heavy on alcohol. So the coconut one is the one that I have kind of figured out smells the least like alcohol. And that I can stomach that, put it that way. But it's a beautiful product. It makes my makeup hang around, controls my oils, all that jazz. But the next item that I picked up in November of last year was the Oden's Eye Merry Christmas palette. They did re-release this last year. And so this is currently in my No Pan Left Behind. Or is this rolled into my deck of panning? No, this is rolled in my No Pan Left Behind. I'm getting close on this one. Hopefully by the time I post that video on the 25th, Christmas, this one will be done. But this color story is just gorgeous. I love it. I think on my last video, I did a red look, and it came out of this palette. And I was like, oh God, I'm going to do red. But I loved that red look. And you guys gave me so many compliments on that red look as well. So don't be scared to do a red eye look. I know so many people are like, oh, it makes you look sick. I love red on me. So that look did come out of this palette here. So love that one. Unfortunately, that one has been discontinued. They have not brought that one back this year, but it is a beautiful palette, beautiful formula from Oden's Eye. I have no notes on that one. Then it looks like I went back to TJ Maxx because why not? But I picked up the Shiseido Waso moisturizer. This is a gel moisturizer. This one isn't empty. I used this one up earlier this year. I do love this, but I went through this entire container in a month. And even at the, what was it, $16.99. So even at the $17 price tag of this at Marshalls or in TJ Maxx, I cannot spend $17 a month on a moisturizer, even if it's as beautiful as this one. I just can't. It's not in my budget. We'll put it that way. While I was at that TJ Maxx, I did pick up 2 of the Innisfree balancing emulsions with green tea. So these. So this one is my empty, and then I have one that I'm working on right now that's kind of like down to here. So it's not going to be gone by the end of the year, but it definitely will be gone soon after the beginning of the year. I love the toners and the emulsions. Whoo, that was loud. Sorry about that. I clicked it on my ring, but I love the toners and the emulsions from the green tea line, so absolutely love those. I was very happy to find 2 of those. Like I said, when I find the green tea line at Marshall's and TJ Maxx, I usually like buy as much as I can. But the next item I picked up was this Vanicream Daily Face Moisturizer, and this is amazing. So this was a recommendation from Emily Noel, and so I picked it up on Amazon. This tube is $10, and I felt like it did last me quite a bit. This is light enough for me to use during the day, but the actual Vanicream, which I have a bunch of it that I use at night now for my night cream, the Vanicream that I got it in the tub. I got a tub of it for nighttime. That one's a little bit too greasy for my skin during the day, mainly because I have oily skin, and typically I live in a very hot and humid climate, except for right now where it's pretending it's February. But the daily moisturizer, this one was lightweight enough that I could wear this during the day, and it was super hydrating. It's for sensitive skin, fragrance free, no like reactions to this, so I absolutely love this. But I've been wanting to try more K-Beauty moisturizers, so I'm working my way through my other moisturizers before I get to my K-Beauty ones in my fridge, but definitely love, love, love the Vanicream. Then I ended up getting a lip stain from e.l.f. This is in Saucy Sienna, Spicy Sienna? Yeah, Spicy Sienna. And this is an empty. I used this one up earlier this year, but this was my gateway into lip stains, and I didn't necessarily like or know if I liked lip stains. I just kind of was like, oh no, they're not for me. But this was my gateway into lip stains. I ended up picking up one from Yes Style that I absolutely love using. So I was very happy to get this and very happy to use that up. That's not a bad formula. I don't really like the component because you end up not being able to get everything out unless you take the stopper out and scrape everything. But overall, I do like lip stains now. During the Black Friday time last year, I did pick up, because Tower 28 does their 28% off during Black Friday, but I did pick up the Big Daddy of the Tower 28 SOS facial spray. And so it took me this is empty. This is actually, I pulled it out of my empties bin to show you guys. So you'll see this again on the 14th in my empties. But I did, I think there's like 3 or 4 refills in here. But I did refill just my regular Tower 28 spray toner with this. I did pick up something different this year, and I'll share that again in my buys and buys of what I replaced this with, because it's the same active, but a lot more product for a lot cheaper. We'll put it that way. So now I'm actually using this day and night as my first step after I have clean skin. So I do love the active that's in here, which I looked up the active and then I looked it up on Amazon and pulled a product that has the same active, but I don't know what it is. I'll look it up and I'll talk about it in my buys and buys. But in that same Tower 28 order, I did pick up one of the Make Waves mascaras. I had gone through a mini of this and I really liked it, so I did pick up the full size, and I used this up. So this is an empty. Well, it's more of a dried up more than used up. But I love the brush. I love the formula. It does not smudge on me. The only thing is this dries up so quickly after you open it that I didn't even get a full 3 months of use on this before it was dry and flaking. So don't worry, I got another one in my FabFitFun, so I brought it back into my life, but still I'm going to be curious about the one that I got in FabFitFun and see what I think about that one. This is all during Black Friday times. So this is when I'm restocking on everything. But I did pick up 2 of my Nikia Joy loose setting powders, the velvet setting powders. This has a vanilla scent to it, and it's just beautiful. So I have used up the 2 that I purchased last year already, because I did make another purchase from Nikia Joy in like February of this year. So I'm currently going through those, but I did use up the 2 that I ended up purchasing. That is my Holy Grail powder. Absolutely love it. And if you missed her Black Friday, and if you are interested in Nikia Joy, she might have extended some of her discounts, but she always has a Boxing Day sale. And so if you have been looking at Nikia Joy, but you're like, oh my God, I didn't have the funds at the time of Black Friday, just wait for the day after Christmas for Boxing Day, and she has another sale. But I did place an order from e.l.f. after that, and I picked up my other Holy Grail setting spray, so the Coconut Dewy setting spray. So I picked up 3 of these last year. I'm going through this one, and then I have a full one that is left as well. So like I said, I didn't go through as many setting sprays this year as I did last year, so I picked up maybe less setting sprays this year. I'm looking at all of my orders that are sitting right over there on my tubs of Christmas decorations, but all of my orders that are coming in from my Black Friday shopping now, they're sitting over there staring at me, judging me, that is for sure. But the other items, so I picked up a few other things during that e.l.f. order. One of them was the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil, and this was in Coral Fixation. This was an okay lip oil, but I don't like the minty flavor of this. I ended up picking up the watermelon one when they re-released Jelly Pop stuff, and I didn't like the fake plastic watermelon scent of that one either. So I think I'm just going to give up on the e.l.f. Lip oils and just not go down this road again. But this one is an empty from this year, so this one is done. And then I picked up, where are they? I picked up a bunch of my e.l.f. Holy Hydration daily moisturizers. I love this stuff. So I picked up 4 of these last year. I am currently going through one that's almost gone, and then I have one more full one. So I have used up 2 of these so far, and that other one will probably be an empty by the end of the year. So that will be 3 of those that I used up. But because everything was on sale last year, I got each one of these moisturizers for $5.60, and I got one for free. So bang for your buck. I love that moisturizer. Again, it doesn't get too greasy. It provides enough hydration. It doesn't make me all nasty and sweaty. So I do love that one. Oh, I did not pull these ones out. Let me pull these ones out of my skincare fridge right now, and I will tell you my last 2 purchases of November. So for Black Friday on Sephora, these did go 50% off, and these are still 50% off this year too. But the first one is the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado, and I actually decanted it from the tub because I didn't want to be constantly dipping my finger in there, because this is a decent size. This is almost 1 fluid ounce of eye cream. So I did decant it into an airless pump, and I'm almost done with this. Let me see. Yeah, I can see the bottom of the plastic in there, but I'm almost done with this one. But it has taken me almost a year to use up this eye cream. So now, do I feel like it has done wonders for my under eyes? No, but that doesn't mean, and I know I love when Andy's like, she's like, I think eye creams are just a conspiracy, which I am kind of getting on that train, even though I have like 3 eye creams in my collection right now. But this did not do anything miraculous to my under eyes. So we'll leave it at that right now, because again, I have the sty again and I've been slugging more. I just take that Aquaphor up under my eyes, and That's what I'm using. But the other one that I ended up getting during the sale last year is the Dr. Jart Ceramiding Cream. And have I opened this yet? Yeah, I've opened this one. I need to use this one, but this is such a good cream. I think for the summertime, because it does dry down to a matte finish, but it still gives you really good moisture and like barrier protection. So I'll have to see what I feel about this for, you know, like the winter time, or if I want to start using this whenever it starts getting warm, and then I'll use it up. But I do love the Dr. Jart Ceramiding Cream. Anytime that my skin is irritated, I use that and it does wonders. So those were the two items that I ended up picking up, or the last two items of November. And then I just have a few items that I picked up in December. December is usually a slower month for me because I run out of money in my budget. But last year I did pick up, and I think this went on sale, or it was, yeah, this went on sale, or I got this during the like 20% off for everybody at Sephora, which I just made my 20% off purchase from Sephora today. So that will be coming in. But yeah, my budget is tapped now. I'm done. I have nothing left. But I did pick up the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I do get it in light 2.5 creme brulee. This is in my 24 and 2024, and that's what I have left in there. But I did push it all to one side, and I'm using that little bit. I know this is not going to be an empty by the end of the year because we're already into December, but I do love this for covering my spots. Because is it this side? No, it's this side. I have a friend over here that popped up, and so usually I am using this to cover my healing acne, my fresh acne, whatever my face is doing to me. I use this to cover it. So I do already have a backup of this because it was 50% off during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. So I do have one of these waiting in the wings, and I went through one of those last year as well. So that's been a constant repurchase. Another empty that I ended up picking up last year is the Lawless Forget the Filler in Cherry Vanilla. I'm not going to do my whole spiel on this because you guys have heard it. Are you good, buddy? Oh, you just hit your head on my bookcase. I know, that probably didn't feel good. You gonna go lay down? Or you can lay down on the carpet? I'll be down in a little bit. I swear. Poor Malcolm. He's been good all day, and then at night he's like, oh, by the way, now that I've acted like a puppy all day, now I'm uncomfortable, and so he just paces. So I gave him some pain meds before I started filming, so hopefully those will kick in. But I'm not going to be a broken record about this. I almost picked up another one of these 20% off from Sephora, but I told myself, Erin, you have gone on and on about how this product is not worth it. So if you pick up another one, like, I think this is a beautiful product. The whole experience of using it, the flavor is good, the color is good, the formula is good, the doe foot is good, like the packaging is luxe, nothing on the lid, like it didn't like tarnish, it didn't break apart, like everything on this is good. Is it $24 for a lip gloss that you hardly get any product good? That is up to you. For right now, it's not for me. If Lawless dropped a bunch of them in my lap for PR, I would use the crap out of these and enjoy them. But for me spending my own money, so you guys can make your own decisions about the Lawless glosses. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. They're everything that everybody says they are. But I'm not spending my money on that. Now, something that was very much worth my money is I ended up picking up the trio of the Pillow Balms. Usually Too Faced comes out with this like holiday kit, and they have the trio of Pillow Balms. So I did pick this up from Ulta last year. This was the 10th of December. I was going to say it was after Christmas, but I think that this was after all of the sales had wrapped up, and Ulta was like, crap, we still have these. We got to reduce them. So they put this on sale. Then I had a coupon and I had some Ulta points. So I got all three of these for $2.78. Now that's a deal I can get on board with. So I do love the pillow balms. I have 2 of them in in banana right now. And then I ended up smelling the watermelon one for Andy while I was in store a couple weeks ago. And I was like, oh my God, it smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. And I was like, now I want the watermelon one. But again, I have enough lip products. I don't need to buy any more until I've used up my banana ones, but I do love the pillow balms. They are so nice to put on your lips, especially like I like to put them on in the morning time whenever I'm getting ready as like a lip treatment. Let me dig this last little one out of my bins here. So I have 1 set and 1 palette to go, and then that will be all of our products. So this is another set that I picked up from Ulta, and this ended up actually, my husband got this as a gift for me for Christmas because I ran out of money in my budget, but this was a set from Clinique, and so it came with 1 of their mascaras and 3 of their liners. So I love their liners for tight line. They're mechanical liners, and once you click them up, you cannot click them back down, so don't try to like put them all the way up. But this is such a smooth formula that when you put it on your tight line, like it doesn't scrape on your eye, it doesn't poke you, it has a nice fine tip to it. So I love these liners for the tight line, and then they don't transfer down. As long as you don't like blink real hard and like, you know, smudge your eyes around, they're not going to smudge down to your lower lash line or your inner rim. And then I love the high impact mascara. It does really well for me. It gives me nice, this is what I'm wearing right now. This is what is open in my mascaras right now. Nice, natural, fluffy lashes. It doesn't flake or smudge on me. I really love this formula. I go through a bunch of these and I almost picked up more while they were on sale for $12, but I have enough mascaras, and I know that this is one of the mascaras that they constantly put on sale like during the 21 days of beauty, so I know I'll be able to pick up more of these next year if I want to. But love this Clinique set, and again, it was on sale because it was nearing the end of the year, so I did end up getting these on sale as well. I actually could not find those, and those were sold out online, and I was so upset about it. But when I went into my Ulta to pick up the set of these that I ordered online, they actually had one of those Clinique sets in store, like up on a display. And so I was like, yoink, and I went back and I bought it. And then the last item that I ended up picking up was the Too Faced Italian Spritz palette. This one did come out last year, and it's this beautiful, this makes me yearn for summer so much. Like, give me summer. And we'll play with these next year. But it does have a nice little light like citrus scent to it, and just beautiful. It like Too Faced mattes you can't go wrong with. They have a couple of their different shimmer formulas in here. They're more flaky formula. Like I feel like they could do a little work on their flaky formula. It has a lot of impact, it has a lot of shimmer, but I kind of feel like they could do a tad bit of work to make it a little bit more creamy. Like a lot of the indie brands have a more creamy formula, but otherwise I do love Too Faced palettes. I love the ones in the tin packaging, and it took everything in me not to buy the Aptly in Love palette this year, but that is not, I do love the color story, but I already need to go through my palettes and maybe declutter some of my older ones, which is, it's like tearing at my heart just thinking about it. But so I don't need to be bringing in anything unless it is extremely special right now, until I can figure out what my palette collection will look like. But that's everything that I bought in October, November, and December of last year. Quick, dirty, maybe, because we're at 51 minutes on my camera. But definitely I picked up a lot, but I did use up a lot also. Because if we look, this is my empties of my skincare. And then this is my empties of my makeup that I purchased last year. So very happy to be getting use on my items, be able to use them up in a year time frame. And this is not all of my makeup empties, because I've gone through multiple bottles of this that I did not pull out of my, my empties bin. So definitely I do an empties for like skincare and body care and hair care, and then an empties for my makeup. I do a year-end empties kind of video. So stay tuned for that one. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do my reset for my panning. And let me actually see when because that's going to be a extra video. So I'm going to shoot for, so you guys know what to expect. So this video is going up on the 10th. My Ensley Rain palette is not supposed to be delivered until the 12th, which is Thursday, but my Buys and Buys goes up on the 14th. So I'm thinking about filming my Buys and Buys on the 12th and then editing it real quick to get it up, because I do want to show that palette and I want to include that palette in that video. My panning reset video will go up on the 22nd. My deck of panning on the 20th, my Project 10 uses and my No Pan Left Behind on the 25th, and then my year-long inventory, so my catch-up on what my inventory looks like, going over my spreadsheets, going over my numbers and my differences from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, that's going to go up on the 1st. So kind of what you guys have to look forward to, and if there's anything else that you guys want me to touch on, but I'm going to do, my reset on my project pan will happen in January. My reset on all my projects is going to happen. My inventory is going to go up. My empties videos go up sometime in January, so be on the lookout for those. But if there's anything else that you guys want to see in December, do let me know, because I have some time to film coming up. My husband's going out of town, so I will have some time to film after work. But that's all I have right now. I don't know. Let me actually go back and look, because let's say that we had 50 products. 5 of those were palettes, but I decluttered 1, so I still have 4 of the palettes. And then let me look and see how many of these have been empties. Like, how many of them have I used up? Now, should I cheat and tell you guys how many of them will be used up by the end of the year? We'll see. All right, so we had 5 palettes, 1 decluttered. We did have the pencil sharpener, so 1 tool in there. But if I'm just counting things that have been used up right now, we have 24 items that have been used up as of today. If we're looking at the end of the year, we will have 29 items used up. So that makes me very happy that at least half of the items that I brought in last year will have been used up. And not only that, but like the Innisfree set came with like 5 items, and all of those have been used up. So I've used up even more items than what I'm kind of calculating, because I just put the set in there and not every single item. Like I'll be down another setting spray, and even at the beginning of the year, like I'll be down a moisturizer, the other emulsion will be used up, the setting spray will be used up. I have so much pan on the Rimmel powder. Like, I am so close on so many of these things that it still makes me happy that, probably by January, 75% of the things that I purchased last quarter of last year will be finished. And that is why I am so intent on tracking and monitoring my stuff, because I want to use these things up and not have these expensive things just sitting there and not getting used. So that last year doing this and then doing this series has helped my mindset so much. But that is all I have for you guys on this wrap-up roundup of these products for the 4th quarter of 2023. Hopefully you guys found this informative and entertaining. I had one of you guys comment that you weren't going to watch one of my videos because it was so long, but then you were happy that you ended up watching it, and that made me giggle so much, because I'm like, okay, welcome to my channel. You told me that you subscribed. So hey, welcome to my channel. If I have a video that's less than 45 minutes, then that's quick. So use my videos to get ready in the morning, to put on in the background when you're folding laundry, or if you just want to zone out, put on one of my videos. They're all long. We all do this. We chatter. I talk to my dogs. I ramble on about products. Welcome to my channel. So I'm so happy that you decided to subscribe and stick around. But that's going to lead me to reminding you guys to do all the things. So make sure to hit a thumbs up on this video. Let me know that you guys are enjoying my content. If you're lurking, if you're new, if you stumbled upon my long ass videos, then consider subscribing. Click that button down below. It's free for you, but it does help me out a whole lot. Make sure to leave me a comment down below. What did you guys pick up for Black Friday? Or how are you doing with using up your products from last year? Like, I'm curious if anybody else has been able to get into this mindset, or if you've always been in this mindset and you're like winning at life and using up what you're bringing in. Let me know down below and let me know how you guys are doing. I love our conversations. And actually, again, another one of you left a comment that was like, hey, if anybody's reading this comment in Erin's comment sections, like, this is a really good place to be. So again, thank you so much, guys, for all the support, all the love. I am here because you guys are here. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. But I will make sure that I have Ruth linked down below, so go check her out, go subscribe to her channel. Let's get her to 1,000 subscribers. That is what this community is about helping other YouTubers who are on this same journey. So I love her to pieces. I know that you guys will love her to pieces as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap all this up. I'm gonna go hang out with the puppy dogs for a little while, but I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here, hanging out for close to an hour with me. But I do hope that everybody has a beautiful day, and I'm gonna catch you in my next one.